Hi and welcome to the We Play channel. I didn't think my first video was going to be a movie review. That's not the intention of what I wanted to do here. We wanted to test out new board games, make my son suffer through some of the oldest, most horrible video games ever made, and have some fun with it. But I'm a huge Venom fan. I've got a tattoo. In my early teens, I had a black cover variant of Lethal Protector #1 hanging above my bed, where my friends had posters of Cindy Crawford. So, that being said, I read some of the reviews, watched some other reviews of the movie, and when I went in on opening night, I was heartbroken before I even walked in the theater because one of my favorite comic book characters has been turned into crap, evidently. Um, so my son and I sat through the movie, got out at 12:30, and our conversation wasn't even about what happened in the movie. It was more about what movie did these people see that they gave it such horrible reviews. Pacing to me was fine. The comedy parts of it were fine. The CGI was fine. Would it have been a better movie if it had the RR rating? Yes, I think so. I think they could have pushed some more boundaries, done a few things differently, not so much stuff happening off screen. Um, Tom Hardy has said that they cut about 30 minutes of runtime of some of his favorite stuff. I have to imagine it was interaction between him and the symbiote because it was hilarious. Everything that they did on screen together was perfect. It was amusing. So I think people went into this movie thinking it was going to be a horror or a sci-fi, and it has little bits of those elements, but it's a sci-fi dark comedy. And if you go into it with that expectation, you're going to come out of it amazed. Could it have been a better movie? Sure. CGI was a little off in some spots. Typical superhero trope where both the protagonist and the antagonist have superpowers and all these great abilities, and it comes down to them fist fighting. At some point, somebody in the future is going to get away from that. I hope I'm alive for when that transition happens, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But yeah, other than that, go see the movie. It's a dark comedy. Be entertained with that aspect of it, and enough of us support it. We'll get the sequel, bigger budget, better special effects, hopefully a longer runtime. Eventually down the road, we'll get Spider-Man in there. And I mean, without spoilers, there is no Spider-Man in this movie. The only thing that they allude to is that Eddie Brock did live in New York, had a disgraceful thing happen, and that's why he's in San Francisco. So that's in the comics. He doesn't mention Spider-Man, but that's okay. We get the little tiny thread of connection that will hopefully bring it together at some point. So as a fan of Venom and comic book movies, I say, yeah, go see this movie. I'd give it 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars. And hopefully next time around, or even the director's cut, they bring some of the extra stuff back in that they dropped out. And yeah, so we'll be doing more videos. Like I said, this is going to be more about games. We're going to play games. We're going to look at new games. We're going to test out board games, card games that are prototypes that people don't have out there yet. Give honest opinions and thoughts on that. So yeah, subscribe, like it, and come back for some more. All right, thanks.